Welcome to the Attractions Guide, and today I'm going to do a little accommodation review of the glamping, Explorers Glamping at Chessington World of Adventures in Surrey. Tucked inside the park's Explorers Gate, campers will find a set of oversized doors and a winding coconut pad path leading to the tented check-in desk, which houses a shop which you can buy your basic light refreshments, tea, coffee. Obviously it has a check-in desk and get some snacks and all of this. If you're wondering why I'm looking down, I have some notes here, just because my accommodation visit was a couple of months ago. So I'm trying to, kind of refresh my mind on some of that. So inside that little tent, you've got the check-in desk with a receptionist to check you in, and then they show you where you're going to be sleeping and which tent you're housed in for that night. And you can purchase obviously basic supplies whilst you're there, toothpaste, anything, deodorant, sweets and stuff like that. And included in the package is after park access, which includes Cobra and other Wild Asia attractions, which are open up until 7 p.m, which I think is fantastic to include all in one package, especially with getting 2-day park tickets for the price of what we paid, which we paid £63, and listed on the website I think it was from 149, so we saved quite a lot of money, and we booked through the website booking.com, which is fantastic because it brought a load of deals and discounts up for us. It was only the standard tent that we stayed in. It was the standard, and they have premium as well, which is a little bit overpriced for what you get, if you ask me, because we managed to have a sneaky little look round. Glamping also gives you access to the splash swimming pools and gymnasium, which is situated in Azteca Hotel. Now the only downside about this, when the park's closed, you can't actually cut through, so you've got to go the long way around, and they recommend you drive because it is quite a bit of a walk. We walked there for the bar, because the bar in the Explorers site, which is called Explorer's Outpost, that is a fully licensed bar but only open till 9 p.m, and if you like your drink, 9 p.m is a little bit early. Breakfast is also served at Explorer's Outpost, which is also included in your night stay, so it's like a bed and breakfast, but you're actually sleeping in a tent, so it's bed and tent and breakfast, shall I say. As you can see on your screen now, we'll give you a little walk around the little campsite. It's only a short little clip that I managed to put together, and a look inside of one of the tents. There's 31 tents, and as you can see, they're teepee style, and there are 4 premium tents which are located at kind of the back of the site, which includes quite some fantastic features what you get inside them tents. We managed, like I said, to have a sneaky look around, and they looked amazing. They even had a separate section for the kids to sleep, as in the normal tents. The standard, you only get 3 beds, so you get 2 singles and 1 double bed, and the beds are very, very comfy. The only downside is we went in June, so the weather was quite hot, and we woke up in the middle of the morning and I woke up in a pool of sweat. It was absolutely horrendous. The ventilation of them tents just isn't great, and especially when there was 2 of us staying there, it just got a little bit too hot and stuffy, and I couldn't wait to step outside and get some fresh air. Even though there wasn't any breeze, it was very, very hot. It was like nearly 27 degrees, and it was hot. At night it went a little bit chilly, but you've got the little portable heater that they have in the tents that plug in via the wall sockets provided. So in the standard tents, you get a wooden flooring, double bed plus 2 singles, bed linen, a mirror, clothes rail, free Wi-Fi, power sockets, only 2 in the standard tents I'm afraid, and a plug-in heater. Also, you need to bring your own towels, because as we learnt the hard way, they did not provide them, and we had to do a rent-a-towel from the swimming pool in Azteca Hotel, which was priced at £2 to rent out for our stay, which we didn't realise you had to pack towels. And obviously we did this trip a day before our flight out to Sweden, so it made it kind of difficult to pack towels and stuff because we wasn't staying at Chessington for that long. So we didn't pack them, even though on the website it says basic essentials provided, but you'll need to bring the rest. In the premium Explorer tents, which are priced at quite highly, you get a wooden floor again, a king-size bed, a separate sleeping area for the children, which includes single beds, bed linen, a mirror, clothes rail, a storage chest, outdoor furniture for when it's nice you can sit outside, free Wi-Fi and power sockets. Now the power sockets in the premium tent has 6 sockets for you to use, as in the standard one only uses just the 2. Now, the downsides of staying in the Explorer's Glamping site is the poor ventilation, which, I mean, it was very hot in the morning and it was a little bit too hot to cope with. It felt like there was no air to breathe. It was that hot, and I felt that was one of the only things that let that down majorly. The only real access to the Explorer's site when the park's closed is via car, because like I said, from Azteca or the main park entrance, it's quite a bit of a walk. But the plus thing in the morning when you're going in the park, you don't have to drive, you don't have to walk. You walk to the gate that's connected to the campsite and it brings you out just right near Cobra, which you can't get better than that. And the lack of facilities, I would like to say, is a massive downside, as I felt like the shower rooms, which were in separate cubicles or like porter cabins, as well as the toilets, was a little bit... I didn't like it. I mean, what do I expect? It's glamping, I know, but I'm used to a proper bathroom instead of using them. It was good for just the one night, but if I were doing any more than 2 nights, I would definitely have stayed in Azteca, as it's the ventilation in there would have been better, the facilities, as well as being accessible. For disabled guests, it is accessible, but I feel like they would have a little bit of difficulty with the uneven surfaces, because the surfaces was like grass and some sort of coconut bark type flooring, and it wasn't the best to even walk on if you are able to walk, and never mind with elderly or in a wheelchair. But you know, it's an experience, and I would give it a 7 out of 10. They made you feel so welcome. The festoon lights that was dotted around, and and you've got the banners, and it just felt like I was actually an I'm a Celebrity in the jungle. It was really, really good. And they've got plenty there for the kids, a little play area with some chess pieces and some dominoes and stuff like that, and some football, so the kids can be entertained out of park hours. But as I said, once you book, you get a 2-day park ticket for the price, which is phenomenal. You get your bed and breakfast, or tent and breakfast, and you get other facilities like late ride closure, as well as going into the park an hour early before the normal guests. So that concludes my little accommodation review of the Explorer's Glamping site at Chessington World of Adventures. I would definitely recommend it for a first time try. Would I stay there again? Possibly not. I would if it was a little bit cooler, but you know, with the time we went, it was quite hot, and as we all are aware, British weather at the minute has been phenomenal, so we've had a fantastic summer, and I just couldn't imagine coping with that poor ventilation. It was awful. But like I said, I'll play the little clip at the end of the site, so you can have a look and you can make a clear judge from yourself. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.